Hey all, and welcome to episode 1 of the newly created IpswichWOW vlog. Every month we're going to try and bring you a new piece of footage or some sort of news. We won't keep you too long, but this month we're going to kick off with a new format, you could say, that we've been using. It's more of a variant of a format. It's called the draft cube. It's the big white box that's sitting in front of me right now, actually. So without further ado, I'll open it up. Now, if you're wondering what a draft cube is, it is a way of drafting without booster packs. You put a collection of cards together. In mine, I've chosen only commons and uncommons, and you dish those out between the players to represent the booster packs. Like 18 per person, 3 packs a player. And basically, you draft as you would with them. Now, it might not seem all that interesting, but the beauty with this is that you can customly build the cube as and how you like. As I was saying, mine is common and uncommon. So you can go all rare if you can. You can go epics and whatever else you really want to. But for the sake of fun, I've chosen common and uncommon. Now in mine it's also Highlander, which is one of every card, if I'm correct. But anyway, yeah, one of every card, commons and uncommons only. And enough cards in this box to currently fill a pod of 8 with extras, just for the sake of variety. Now, they should all be cased in the same cases, but I haven't got around to doing that yet. And I really wanted to give it a test spin, which we did, Friday just gone. It went down really, really well. We had a Warlock come out on top with the God Grinding Grips, that just messed everyone up. I played the Mage and totally sucked. But the draft cube is more than just an opportunity to slap a bunch of cards together. You can really, really, really have fun with it. I mean, like I said, one of each card for me, but you can do silly things like 4 Miriams, 4 Brocks, 4 Agoras, whatever else you really want to do with it. Obviously, normal deck building rules apply as in any draft. The only other thing is the heroes. Now, my rule for heroes is you can use pretty much anything you want. Obviously, keeping all those heroes together is quite a pain. For me though, I just like to keep a selection. Now, this is a bit of a random pile, as you'll see. There are lots of multiples, and that's not the idea. I'm going to finalise a list of heroes, but any hero you want, as long as you can still build the deck with it normally, I think is more than fair enough. And the cube is also an excuse for me to use fancy cards, as I have this hero signed at the Leeds MCM by Alistraza that was there. Just an opportunity for me to use cards I wouldn't otherwise use. And EA foils from the archives, older foil cards, and for me, the custom art cards that some of you may have seen me creating on the forums. Now, because obviously the cube is a lot more casual, people aren't as bothered by these. I mean, they might seem thicker or heavier than regular cards, but the point of this is it's not serious. It's a totally fun thing. You're supposed to just put your own creative spin on it, basically, and have fun while drafting without all the expensive packs, as if you can't afford it. Now, where I'm from, we haven't got a shop to hand. I mean, there's no doubt we can buy packs online or from shops that we visit, but in the meantime, this is absolutely perfect. It's cost effective, except when I have to fork out for the bunch of sleeves. Fun, and I like to let everyone have their own input on it. As you can see, I've got cards from practically every set there is, and I've chosen what I think are pretty good commons and uncommons to go in here. I've tried to keep the vanilla guys down to a minimum, and I've tried to balance everything. Now, there is some maths to it, and I did use this Dragoon drafting, if any of you guys have heard of it, to work out rough pack ratios of quests, equipment, allies, and so forth. The numbers I ran seem to have worked because we were able to build competent decks when we tested it. I think in this box there's nearly 600 cards. Just under half of them are allies. You can then So yeah, about 240 I think were allies, about 100 of each Horde and Alliance, and then 40 neutral. A few of each class ability. I did put lots of multi-class abilities in. I don't know if there's any to hand, but I mean, you all know what they are. Now, I felt the multi-class abilities were the best to use because they can be used on so many different classes, obviously, as well as lots of equipment that is all class applicable. Don't know if we've got anything to hand. Like Bloodbane's Fall can be used by anything, and then including lots of neutral guys is also good. It might seem to weaken the pool down a bit, but I felt that it was necessary to have as much diversity as I could in the testing stages. Now, I didn't really want to show this to anyone before it was finished, but we enjoyed it so much I thought that I'd share it with people to see if they wanted to have a go at it themselves, and I'm more than willing to answer any questions you might have on it. There you go, got fortifying shouts and all sorts of locations. We use a lot of cards that aren't normally used. I mean, I think that's the way that the draft works. You use cards in the draft that you wouldn't use in constructed. It does put a use to those cards as well. Now, I mean, I've got thousands of cards sitting around doing absolutely nothing. So as this cube grows, we'll use up cards that people don't normally use, which is great. I mean, extra cards lying around that you're not going to be able to get rid of or use, you might as well put them to some use rather than building houses or setting them on fire, I guess. Not that we do that. But yeah, I thought I should bring the draft cube into episode 1 of IpswichWOW's vlog. Share it with you guys, see what you think. I'd love to hear what you think of it. Good and bad, I'm totally up for criticism. I've had plenty of it. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap episode 1 up with this. We're going to try and bring you more content and more in depth, but this is a gauge to see how interested people are. Just run through a few of the cards just for the sake of people being able to see what they are. We do have all the stables. Pappy there. I haven't put a Mikhail in here yet, unfortunately. Don't know why, it just didn't seem to be one in here. Tried to keep... oh, we got a vanilla guy. I'll have to take him out. There are a lot of your people's favourites in here as well. There's a Timriv. Banish. Sergeant Pug was very devastating. Also gives people a chance to play classes that they've never played before, or if they can't afford to make new decks, they could build decks out of this, and if they get the grasp for the class and they enjoy it, then they can take it from there. So, I mean, this doesn't cost anyone anything really, except the initial input that I and my friends made for the cards, which have just come out of boosters anyway. It's going to cost me a bit for the cases, but I'm in no hurry for that. This is plenty random enough as it is, and I haven't been able to track cards via them. No one else has bothered, because this is such a casual thing. So there, there's my draft cube. I know there's been a lot of discussion about these in the past, but I thought I'd actually put one together. If anyone else has got one, I'd love to hear from them, see what they've got in it. Perhaps we can come together and build some standard cubes. Oh, pop those in. But yeah, if you've got any questions or any ideas for content or anything you just want to know, then just message us, comment. You'll find us on the official WoW forums on Facebook and everywhere else. And thanks for watching, and I hope you found the cube interesting. Next month I'm not sure what we'll bring you, but between then we've got Midsummer, which we will be bringing you gameplay again. We're going to try and get the issues sorted about the lighting and the noise, although we're not in an ideal situation down here. But yeah, we'll bring you some content from there as well. Hopefully I can get those edited with the heroes and the damage counters. That was it's going to be a bit more lengthy, but I will do my best. So yeah, thanks for everyone for watching.